another edition of the 4 o'clock game. Today, the Olympics is going to be winding down. Rio is doing closing ceremonies right now. Is coming here tonight. So I am recording this today on Sunday, and this is going to be the closing ceremonies. Is going to be here tonight, and I am can't wait to watch it. Probably later after the Olympics is over. I have to see if I can look forward to see what is going on here tonight. So I'll have to keep it on, tune in tonight and see what happens. So I'm looking forward to watching on TV, and we're gonna show you what is going on in Rio. So to wrap things up right now, today the 4 o'clock game salutes the Olympics concludes with a game that everybody remembers that goes back to when it first started. It was the very first Olympic style game, and that is, let's see what you're going to start off with. Okay, anytime now. Today, yeah, the computer's a little slower now than once I was recording the show, and that is, oh yeah, I have to start this video up. I apologize. Oh yes, here it is. Video Olympics. This game was released in 1977 for the Atari VCS 2600, and it's presented to us by Atari. And this game is actually, this was the first Olympic style game, and it's also the first of several games that were released on the Atari VCS 26/2600. And this was the first Olympic style game, and it features all couple of 50 other variety of games. There could be a lot of great games, including a classic Pong, Super Pong, Foozpong, soccer, hockey, Quadrapong, Handball, Volleyball, and Basketball. And I know those of you who ever saw the Angry Video Game Nerds episode on Pong Consoles, yeah, he actually just talks about the Pong consoles and all this kind of variety and all this stuff. And it has a lot of great variety of purpose. And for other reasons, Pong actually has no exception to the game. And those of you who ever saw the AVGN back in 2009 or whatever it is, they made an episode about Pong consoles that was released around the time back around 2011, whatever. Yeah, that was back in 2011, whatsoever. They made a Pong console games ever since. And I'm watching the Angry Video Game Nerd. I know. I'm watching the Nerds episode right now. It was talking about Pong consoles. Yeah, but it is a fun, addicting game that what he was saying. And oh. Yeah, it was 9 million consoles. Yeah, they released a lot of 9 million consoles that was ever released at the time before Video Olympics came out. Yeah, I'm going to talk about Pong in just a second. First, I'll show you the front. And yep, it has the pictures of, it has a good artwork on the game. It has soccer, basketball, hockey, tennis, and all these illustrations. Yeah, it's kind of a random mess of sporting events that was used. And yeah, you can see here's your Atari logo, and it has the Warner Communications logo, like the one you've seen in one of those Warner Home Video VHS releases. Had the Warner Home Video logo you've seen here, and it has the Warner Communications company byline at the bottom. Yeah, you can see on one of those VHS openings. That's the one. I think Warner Communications actually owned Atari at the time when they bought Atari since the 70s until 1982. It was after they bought out in 82 because of the failure of E.T. And here's the sorry. I just want to jump into the first. Here's the cartridge itself. It gives you. This is the original cartridge released in 1977-78. It has a text label. This is the first pressing of the cartridge. Has all the text label included. You have Pong, Super Pong, that was games 1 to 12. Games 13 to 18 has soccer, 19 to 22. Foozpong, 23 to 32. Hockey, 33 to 34. Quadrapong, 35-38 handball, 39-42 volleyball, and 43-50 basketball. And there's also another version that was released around. There's actually the second cartridge that was actually Video Olympics, and yep, it has the same artwork that was in the box art that was used by 1981. And this was in 1981 when Atari started to re-release all the original 2600 titles from combat, air sea battles, all the way to this, and the other games that were re-released around the time in 1981 when they added the picture label on a cartridge rather than the text label, because the first one between 1977 and 1980 had the text label. By 81 to 82, they actually used the picture label for all these games, and as well as all the original Atari games that was used in one of these titles. And yep, it's got the picture label and has used with paddle controllers. Yep, they only use paddle controllers. The first one, I think, has used with standard paddle controllers. And you can use with your paddle controller to go with this game. And what can I say about that anyways? And here's your manual to give you a little detail here. And it has all the... Yep, you can use it only... it uses a better variety. You have to screen across there, and it says here... Oh, pardon with that. Turn the knob, move the paddles, the red controller button to speed it, whammy, catch the ball, or jump paddle, depending on the game you play. Some games activated with the red button. Yeah, they put sharper angles on your return hits. The red controller button as the ball makes contact with the paddle. The angle will continue to turn to hit when you press the red controller until your opponent returns the hit. Catch the red control button as it hits the paddle and the ball sticks to the paddle. Use the time, plan strategy, and aim to hit or pass the team paddle, but move it slowly or carefully. The ball will fly off the paddle, or what is called a dot, will fly off the paddle as you make fast or sudden movements. There's actually, it says use your standard paddle controllers with this game program. Be sure to plug it into the controller cable firmly into the video computer system jacks, or VCS jacks, or 2600 jacks to be exact. See your owner's manual for details. During 4-player games, you need another set of controllers to play. Yeah, this game also uses the another set of controllers. You have 4 players. Kind of like you're using an NES satellite. When you remember the NES satellite and Fourscore? You have to use all 4 controllers in the game. So 4 people can play. You need another set of controllers to play. Controllers are available from your local Atari dealer. For 2-player games, plug the standard controllers into the left side of the console. And that's right, you only have to play 4 players in the game. But I got to show you a couple of reasons this game is going to be called. The first one, I'm going to show you the game in just a moment because I'm not going to read the manual firmly. So let's see. This starts up the game. So if you have not played Video Olympics before, let's start the game and see what happens. All right. Oh, you have to reset the game here. Oh, you have to do is reset the game first. Okay, first you start up the game with, it's just a basic Pong. That's right, when you start up the game though, it has a basic Pong game. You only have 1 player. This is going to be, we're going to choose a different game because it has all 50 of these variety of games included in this cartridge. But all you can play is, it's your typical Pong. You have to use up and down on your paddle to see what it does. And this is the classic. Everybody remembers Pong. This was actually a port of the original of the very first video game that was produced in 1972. And yep, for those of you who remember the Atari history, it dates back to 1972 when Atari first introduced Pong in the arcades. But this was the very first game that was introduced if you find them in restaurants or in pubs, or if you find them anywhere. This is a very, very rare original arcade. But for some reason, let me see, hold on a second here. And yeah, it's played just like tennis by using a controller. Each player rallies a ball by moving paddles, and yeah, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, you get the first player, you have to score 21 points to win the game. And if you play on the second player, this is I'll give you a little bit of variety here for no reason. Okay, let's skip to this thing here because I'm going to show you what it does. And yes, this is only for one player. And you get all the 50 games in this selection. You have to pick out a variety. So I'm going to go through all the games here for no reason. So we're going to start up this game with here. So all you do is start up the game and enjoy. And here it is. Oh. Okay. Start the game. And the first player starts. Up. Computer just got a score. And then yep, score tied. And you have to do is move quickly as it can if you dodge the ball. Yeah, I am playing right now. And those of you remember, like I said, this game is basically a port of the original game that first released in 1972. Yeah, it's kind of a more challenging game. Yeah, this game's a lot challenging, and it ends up getting a lot of challenge. But yeah, computer player is just getting 4 points. Yeah, 4-3. Served as 4-3, but oh yeah, computer is beating me. I know the computer player is gonna win. This is a very good game, like tennis. It's like basically a Pong game. But yeah, if you those may remember the Pong game, if you've watched, like I said, if you saw the nerd episode on the Pong Consoles, I want to show you right this moment, and if you have not seen this thing, but this is a very classic game. I really know how to play this game for no reason. I think that this game is pretty much because of its history and very much. I always enjoyed the video game craze. Oh, the computer is beating me. Now you got 7-5. Oops. That's like 8-5. But yeah. Oh, 9-5. Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry. I'm on a green space right now. Oh, 10. 10-5. Looks like the computer is going to beat me. Yeah, I know the computer is going to beat me. I know how this is. This is fun. It's a fun game. I got to give it another shot because I give this game another shot. Whoa. Oh, 12-5. 12-5. I mean, this is actually a fun game, isn't it? Oh. Oh, 13. 13. Yeah, 13-6. Looks like the computer is winning. Ladies and gentlemen, the computer is winning. I wasn't even good at what they play this game. I was just move slowly. I gotta move slowly, and this game is like, oh dear. Yeah, the game is moving faster in this game, so the ball is. No! 14-7. Oh, I gotta give this thing a chance here. Oh, 15-7. Oh, yeah, you gotta do 15-7. You gotta keep scoring. 8-15. 8-15. That's the serve. Yeah, you have to score by 21 points to win the game. You had to beat. Looks like the computer player is beating. 16-8. 16-8. I don't know how to do this. 17-8. I really don't know. Oh. Whoa. Come on. This game. Come on. This is a very fun game. Yeah. Yeah, this is nothing special, but Pong is like a game. If you remember the game, those of you may remember the game, this came out around the time when, after the success of Pong, they came out with many different variety of Pongs for when you play games at home. But yeah, if you have not seen the nerd episode like I mentioned earlier, just go watch the video and see what it is. This actually, they came out like Odyssey. It was, yeah, they put out Odyssey 400. Yeah, it was like one of the hundreds, you know, Odyssey 200, Odyssey 300, 400, 500. There's actually Telstar. Remember that? Remember Telstar? That was like, it was Coleco made this game. The same company did the ColecoVision. And there's also, remember, Fairchild Channel F? That's right, yeah, Fairchild Channel F. If you've never heard of that game before. And there's RCA Studio 2. That's very rare. Oh, 19-12. And you only got 2 more points away to win. Oh, 1 more point. And there's actually, whoa, this is really interesting. Oh, now you gotta watch it right here. 13-20. Okay. And there's actually, there are other games that are included here. I'm going to give you a little bit of a variety here for no reason. I am playing this right. Yeah, it comes with many different companies. They put out home versions of Pong. Right up until the 2600 version was released as Video Olympics. And the game was actually, by the way, the game was retitled as Pong Sports, which was the Telegames version. And you get, well, you beat me. Well, computer just beat me. That's right, you just beat me. The computer just won. 20. That's your final score, 21-14. All right, I'm gonna play in one more game, so we're gonna have enough time to play. Okay. All right, the next one is another one. Very difficult, but. Oh. But that's, yeah, it gets way too fast. No, this is not as bad as it seems. Okay, that's much easier. Yeah, the ball gets a little bit faster if it gets harder as it goes. Oh, that's pretty much like that. And yeah, I am playing this right now. That's funny. Oh, yeah, 2-5. Oh, yeah, it says 2.6. I have talking right into throughout the gameplay. Ugh, 3-6. 4-6. Oh, 4-7. I think that's the score. Yeah, it gets a little bit trickier. And the ball moves faster as it goes. 4-8. Oh, 5-8. 6-8. Oh. I wasn't paying attention. Oh! 9-8. I think like this is how this game goes. Whoa! 10-8. Oh! 12-8. Huh. Man, it's only got 8. 8-13 is actually a total. I was 14-8. Yeah, it gets a little bit of a challenge. I think this game is a little tricky at times, but it's challenging, and it gets a lot tougher when you try to beat the opponent. And yeah, what I always want to do is beat this sucker up. 9-16. That's how this thing goes. And whoa! Whoa! 11, 16, 11. Whoa! Whoa! It's like 19-11. Whoa! Oh, yeah, we got to 12. Whoa! That's right, 21-12. I don't know what the heck is this. This is a number? It's like 2, 1, I don't know what is this like 21-12? Yeah, 21 and 12. Is I going backwards or something? Well, computer just beat me. Well, there you go. That was Pong. Next gun is, let me see. What's the next game on the list is? Yep, it's actually 2-player Pong. And yep, he's only got 4. Yeah, he only has all has 2 players. We're not going to have time to do something like that, so let's play a little concept here. So, let's do this. Alright, that's for 2 players. You have to do is speed it up, and I just want to let you know that you're using a second controller. You have to use 2 players. All right, that was Pong. Next game is actually I'm going to play. Yep, another one is called Super Pong. You have to play up to 4 players. And yeah, you got 4 players. Yeah, it's a 4-player Pong, and it gives you a lot of variety to it. But here you go. This is Super Pong. Oh, you have to move. Whoa. Huh. Now you move a little quickly here. What happened to those buttons here? I don't know. I just want to have the buttons here, so we're not going to do that. And there's next one is actually game number 13 is soccer. That's right. You have to play with only 2 players in the game. He moves up. He moves up. Moves up or down. Here's left and right. There's up and down. I just want to do this. Oh. Yeah, that was soccer. I know, it's kind of boring as hell. And you got 4 players. Oh, and now you have to do is go to number of game 16. That's 4-player soccer. And you have to use this one. Whoa. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't know. And now, you've got another game. 17. That's 4 players. You have to do is just put the game number 17. Whoa. Oh, that's yeah, now you're stuck in this game, so that was 4 players. And with just game 19, number 19 is Foozpong. You have to play up to 2 players. Wow. Yeah, you have to move up or down, or actually whatever the player you go to. That's like, oh, that's pretty boring. Oh, and then number 21. We switch to game number 21 is, yeah, it's 4 players. What can you expect? Yeah, it's only 4 players, but that's another liar here. And that's game we talked about here. Oh, number 23. What game I'm at? Number 23. And there's hockey. The object is to hit the goal. Well, that sounds pretty familiar. You have 2 players. Yeah, but it's only 2 players, but you can play with your friends or something. Whoa. Well. Huh. Yeah, and there's also 4 players. You have to move a little bit further. Huh. That's, I don't know. But this is kind of stupid. When they made this player, I just had to do it. I'm speechless here for this game. I just have to tell you, this is actually a really good concept for Olympic-style game. And when it first came out in the Atari, I think a lot of people have been a lot of you complaining about the game. This game was actually really well done, and it even has the port of Pong. Its Quadrapong is actually number 33. Number 33 is Quadrapong. Yeah, this is what I'm playing right now. Wait a minute. Is this like Breakouts? Oh, you had to move up or down while controlling another player. That's kind of interesting. I know it sucks, but I don't know. I hate the Quadrapong. Next we have is Handball. Handball is where you play 2 players. That's fun. That's kind of fun if you've never played this game. Oh, that's really well done. I'm not sure if they have. Yeah, if you want to play another player, that's like you have to take turns. Well, that's really weird. And what's number 39? Game number 39 is Volleyball. Oh, yeah, everything that moves. Oh. Wow. Yeah, you have to use volleyball? That's boring. That sucks. I hate it. Yeah. This sucks. I'm trying to do another. Yeah, right. I know. This game is a little jerky. Oh. What? Oh, dear. And now, the last game on the list is basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, this game, it sucks. Why they didn't call this a game like basketball? What is going on here? I don't have anything left for words here. This is stupid. I don't know what is going on with the game here. But I don't know what is possibly going wrong with this game. What is wrong with this picture, man? Oh, that's right. It moves. Ugh. But this is 70 to the... Oh! Now you score, and the computer was scored like 2 players. Second player scored with only 1 point. Oh man, this is just sucks. Yeah, if you want a better basketball, play double dribble or play something like that. I don't know what is going on. Play any basketball game like NBA Jam or basketball for Atari. Yeah, that was a great classic. I mean, but this is just ridiculous. All right, I give up. I give up for this actually 50 games. All right, that was Video Olympics. I don't know what the concept of this game is. It's nothing special going on. I think this game ends up getting boring and tedious. That this game was made. It ends up getting boring when you play a game like that. But basketball and soccer and hockey, yeah, they look horrible. I don't know why didn't they call it hockey, but in one of those games that's kind of stupid variant of the Pong game concept. I think the Pong concept is which goes back to, remember when it first began remember in 1958 they came out with Tennis for Two. Remember Tennis for Two? It came out in 1958. It was like the very first video game that was made on oscilloscope. And that was kind of like at the time, yeah, Tennis for Two was like a game. It was played on the oscilloscope. That's kind of what I remember that one back in the old days. Yeah, that was like from the 1950s. Well, I was always enjoy this game, but not for a reason because of Pong. Pong, that's right, Pong. That came out like sometime later around the time when this was released. After so many Pong consoles were released, Atari actually came out with this. It's called and that's where you get here, Pong. Okay, just had 4 letters in the word, but yes, say it with me, Pong, Pong, Pong. Well, that's your Pong for you. Okay, I know. Yep, it gives you some sort of a seizure-induced. Yeah, this is like yeah. Look at this, not the seizure-induced thing. Yeah, but this game, when you start up the game, it has a color changing screen that look like yeah, looks like they were on acid trip or something. Look, this game, yeah, this startup screen looks like it's going on an acid trip when you change screens, colors around like 5-10 seconds randomly when it changed screens. That's it's like one of these acid trips startup screens when you go up there. Yeah, remember Atari games when you play Atari games, you start up when you start up the game, and yeah, it gives you some sort of a acid trip screen when it changed colors or something like that. Wow, that's kind of it's on an acid trip or whatever. Well, this is some sort of this screen sort of like it. Like I said, it's an acid trip. But anyways, that's all I can say about that. So let's close the game out, and I gotta get out of here. Well, there you have it. 4 o'clock game salutes the Olympics, concludes with another great concept for probably Atari standards, but nothing special going on here. But anyways, Video Olympics or Pong Sports, considerably one of the either 2 different titles. 2 different titles, same game, but well, it's a pretty neat concept for its time, because Pong actually considered to be one of the very first video games of all time, considered to be the first video game to be released on Atari, because that was because of back in 1972 when Atari first released it, when Pong hit the arcades, because what was going on around here was Pong was a new thing, because there's back in the day when Pong was really hot. In one of the very first games that actually came out, it was a success since before Pong Arcade first came out in the arcades. It was the Odyssey. Remember the Odyssey? Well, Magnavox introduced the Odyssey in 1972, And because of 1972 standards, it was like, yeah, a very good concept for what the game was all about. So I just wanted to tell you that this game is actually very well done and well presented, and well, by all means, well, it's a better variety, but it's got one of the fewer concepts of the game, but not like the way it does 50 variations of the game, because I go into all 50 of these variants, because you need a second player to play this game, because yeah, but out of 48 games that I just covered for a short time, yeah, it's not memorable, but you have another player to play it, because you have another person to play it, or you have 4 players in order to play the game, because of, yeah, it has a better variety, it has better games, but the whole concept was really good, and the sound was actually awesome for its time, and that's right, because that's what makes Atari so terrific for an early Olympic style game for the 2600. And that's all I can say about that. I don't have anything to say about that. So any final thoughts on that? Well, I don't have any questions, but I don't have anything to say about it. So that's all I can tell you all about it. But anyways, that wraps it up for this edition of the 4 o'clock game. And as we close out the 4 o'clock game salutes the Olympics, I want to say, oh yes, there's one thing I have not covered in the actual episode that I have not covered in the Olympic style game. There's one game that I have not been covered for the 4 o'clock game. One was Capcom Gold Medal Challenge 92 that I have not covered that one, and of course there's California Games. That's the one I'm not covering, that because I'll have to save that for the next 4 years, for the next Summer Olympic Games will be coming up in Paris by 2020. Not 2020 sports or 2020 news. I'm not going to tell you the year. That was 2020 is 4 years from now, I think. I'm going to be like 41 years old. 42 years old to be exact. I'm still around. And what I can say about it is I have to be 42 in 2020 when I covered more games on the 4 o'clock game, because of I have to do something, because I think I have to do a lot of favor here, because there's a lot of games I have not covered. Like I said, California Games, Gold Medal Challenge 92, and there's other ones I have not covered. The Game Boy version of Track and Field, that's the one I have not been covered it on the 4 o'clock game eventually, so I had to do is already covered it 4 years ago I covered Track and Field 2, because it's already posted on YouTube. I have it as a rerun, so I had decided to do is actually I'm going to put all the stuff reran, including the World Games that's already covered it 4 years ago. I have to do this on my channel repeated, so I have not time to do it. So that's all I can say, and that's all I can do. So that's all I just want to tell you. It's very fun, but it's very fun to close out the Olympics in Rio tonight when I'm going to watch the closing ceremonies, and I hope you all enjoy that as well. So go watch it, enjoy it, and what we're going to do with things to come for the next 4 years in Paris. If you know what Paris is, well, I know. If you have not been to Paris, or I know that was like the terrorist attack or whatever. I'm not sure. I'm not going to go into any political. I'm not into any political stuff. If you think Paris is actually the next stop for the Olympic Games, you know what it reminds me of? Guess what it is? I think that. If you think the Olympics in Paris was going to be reminded of? Oh wait, it's Pepe Le Pew! Oh yeah, that's right. Pepe Le Pew is going to be in the Olympics in 2020 in Paris. Or what I say, Alice of Wonderland in Paris. Anyways, okay, that's it for this edition of the 4 o'clock game. Well, as we close out the Olympics, I hope you'll enjoy that as well. So thank you for watching. Join us again another time for another edition, another playthrough right here on the 4 o'clock game. Hope you'll enjoy it. We'll back on my regular programming, and I hope you'll see again sometime. We're going to finish up with our Mega Man Summer Spectacular as we finish off with Mega Man 10. That's going to be coming up very soon. And hopefully we'll enjoy that as well. So thank you all for watching, and we're back on a regular basis. We close out with Mega Man 10 sometime in well, we're gonna wrap it up like next time. We're gonna do we're wrapping up with Mega Man 7, 8, and 9. That's gonna be coming up very soon. That's on the 4 o'clock game. That's coming up probably not too long from now. And that's all I can tell. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoy it, and I'll see you again another time. So take care now, and bye for now.